What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. So in today's video I'm going to be walking you through TradingView. This is essentially for beginners who don't know how to use TradingView or never used it before. I'm just going to show you how I would personally set it up, and hopefully this will give you a good starting point, and then obviously the more you use it the more you'll tailor it to what you like. And yeah, so let's get into it. So I think the first thing you should do is sort out your watch list. So you don't, by default you'll have all of these different assets, but you only want the assets you trade. So for me personally that will be currency pairs, so Euro USD, GBP USD, AUD USD. I don't need stuff like Ethereum or Bitcoin, so you can simply just get rid of them just like this. And yeah, so what we'll do is we'll get rid of all of these just to show you symbols. And what I'd do is I would actually add them to my red list. So if we just go to forex, for example, I want to get rid of this. It's the other ones, futures, stocks, indices. If it lets me, yep. Crypto, again I want to get rid of that. So now I'm left with forex, so now I can just see the assets that I trade and nothing else. This makes it easier when you're going through your trades and your charts, so you don't have to waste time going through all the other unnecessary ones. So let's start with Euro USD and GBP USD and USD Japan. So here, click here, you can add, you can see, you can go to forex and you can look for the pairs that you want to trade personally. So for me I would add GBP Japan, so we can add that. USD CAD, yes. AUD USD, is that really there? Let's add it anyway. And then GBP AUD as well. So that's a good starting point. So now you'll be able to see all your different pairs on the side in your watch list. So once that's done, we can start with the pair Euro USD. The next thing I'll do is I would adjust the chart slightly because I don't like the default setting. Nothing wrong with it. For beginners it's totally fine, but you can make it a lot more simple. That's the goal here. You don't want things to be overcomplicated, because looking at a chart for the first time it can already be very overcomplicated. So if you go to settings, so what you're going to do is right click on the chart, you go to settings and you want to look at your canvas. And what I personally do is I want to get rid of the grid lines, just because we want to make the chart look as clean as possible and easy to read. And then by default you have green and red candles, but what I found is some of these candles can result in some emotional decision making. So when you're watching the chart and you see a green candle, you might, your emotions might get high and you get excited, you're in a bullish trade. So what I like to do is I just completely like to just make this plain. So what I'll do is, if we go to the candles, I'll make the bullish candles a lighter shade of grey and a darker shade for the bearish candles. This just makes the chart look very simple and takes out all the emotion. And then, so yeah, so now you have a very simple setup and it looks very clean and minimal. Now the next thing you want to do is you have all your indicators on the left hand side, and you'll see here floating around is your favorites, all your favorite tools. So you'll have a toolbar, so you don't have to go through all of the tools every time, you just use the ones that you want to use. So we already have the trend line, parallel channel and the rectangle tool. So what I'll do is I'll add the long position, because we will be entering long positions. So add that to the favorites and you'll see it will appear on the toolbar. Then I'll add the short position, because you'll be entering both of them and you want to be able to access them easily. So yeah, so we have those now. And the other one I would probably add is the fib retracement. Not that I use it too often, but it's a nice one to have. What else have we got? yeah, for now that's a good starting point if to have in your toolbar. Then the next thing to do is, well, that is it. So you have all your, that is a setup for, you're now ready to kind of analyze charts and get on with it. Obviously you have your time frames at the top, 15, 30, depending on which ones you use, you can add them. So you can see the favorited ones are 15, 30, 1 hour and 4 hours. You've got a day and a week. You know, if you do lower time frames, you can add 5 minutes, but I tend to stick to, you know, the 30-minute to 4-hour time frames. That's just my trading style. It's different for everyone. So yeah, so now you have all your pairs ready to trade and analyze. You've got all your tools. So now what you essentially want to do is analyze the chart. But for beginners, how do you do that? So the simplest way I could say is you want to mark on your psychological levels or your key levels, and these are essentially round numbers where price tends to have some kind of reaction and memory. So here you will see on the side it's already highlighted for you. This, I think, is a recent thing. I don't remember TradingView highlighting these round figures for you like they have now. They're in bold. So what you want to do is simply go to that level, and you can click on the plus sign on the side, if we just make it as accurate as possible, and there you can see the option to draw a horizontal line. Now these will be your key levels. So you can essentially, just by doing that, you've printed on a key level. Now you want to do the same for every key level. So here we've got 1.14. So I'll just go here again, click on the horizontal line. If we go down, we've got 1.13 there. Another way to do it is if you press Shift Command H. Wait, no, is it Shift Command H? Or is it Options H? Options H, sorry. So if you're using a Mac like I am, it's Options H, and it'll print it on for you instead of having to go over there and click on the plus sign. But again, the default horizontal lines are quite thick. You want them to be as accurate as possible. So I personally use the 1, just because it makes them a little bit thinner and more accurate. So you can do that as well. Just change it to 1 instead of 2. And in terms of the colors you use, it's totally up to you. We'll keep it blue for this example. So now you can see we've got 3 key levels printed on, and